Yes, family. I'm inspired to do another video. Today I want to talk about how I got here to Canada. Every now and then I gotta go through a whole thing explaining to people the process of getting here and how I got here. I can say I don't waste time. Within a year of deciding that I wanted to be here, I was here. So I remember I visited Toronto summer of 2016, and I made up my mind that I wanted to move to Canada. So I started preparing and I made certain connections. I made contact with a gentleman who recruits people for Red River College. Now, Red River College is in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Most people want to go to Toronto, but Toronto is a kind of saturated, and not everyone that goes to Toronto get through with their permanent residency, and that's the aim of this thing, you know. So yeah, I've been going to school all of my life, and then at my age I'm thinking, do I really want to go to school again? But what I understood is that Canada welcomes family. Canada doesn't want to break any family. So once I have to make a sacrifice of going back to school, I know that my family would be perfectly fine. So I made the steps, I made the connection with Mr. Coleman. Big up yourself, Zahon. He's the contact, he's the direct contact for Red River College. Now, what is unique about this contact from every other contact that I've heard about is that you do not pay him any money up front or whatever to start the process and everything. He works for the college, and I can tell you it was a wonderful experience going to that college. I selected a course in CNC machining for 8 months. Now, anything above 7 months is considered a year. And how it works is, if you do a course for a year, then you get a year to work afterwards. So you get what is called a postgraduate work permit. So I selected a course which lasted 8 months, which would mean I would have 2 years to sort myself out in Canada. Now, because I'm here, my family also gets to join me based on my status. So my wife got a full-time work permit. If you're interested, you can make contact with me on my IG. It's Teacha, Teacha _Jones on Instagram. Yeah, that's another video, the details of that. But based on me getting a 1-year work permit, 1-year study permit, and 1-year postgraduate work permit, she would then have the privilege of having 2 years to work. Right? Now, before getting deeper into that, if you're interested in applying for a study permit, first of all, you gotta express an interest through my connection, Mr. Coleman. And he has certain advantages, being that Jamaica is an English-speaking country. The college allows you to use that as an asset then, and not do what is called the IELTS test. Now, I tried to do the IELTS test in Jamaica, but they were booked out for like 4 months. You couldn't get to do it. Right now, I think if people want to do the IELTS test, they have to either come to Canada or go to the US for a weekend and do it there. But the IELTS is a language test just to make sure that you speak English. Now, the agreement with Red River College is persons who come through this gentleman doesn't have to do that test. So that's one plus right there. That's some money saved right away. And he's the medium between you and this college. They have certain criteria for their courses depending on the course that you select. But one important thing is Canada issues a visa based on your expiration date of your passport. So if you do get through, if you're successful your application for the college first of all, and you would bring that acceptance letter to apply for the study visa, make sure that your passport does not expire anytime soon, because whatever visa that they issue is going to expire on the date that your passport expires. It's not like the US. With the US, I know I had a US visa, and I then had to walk with two passports, with the new passport and the old passport, because the old visa was still valid. Canada doesn't do that. So if you're applying as a student, make sure you renew your passport first. Alright? So after getting your acceptance letter, you make your applications through the Canadian Embassy for a student visa. If you do a 1-year course, you get 1 year postgraduate. 2-year course, you get 2-year postgraduate, and it goes up. But I think if you do 3 years, you still get 2 years postgraduate, or anything over the 2 years, you still only get 2 years postgraduate. But 2 years is more than enough time to do your postgraduate and apply for the permanent residency. That is the aim. The aim of this thing is to qualify and apply for a permanent residency. Right? So the good thing with me and my family coming here, I didn't have to wait, or my family and I didn't have to wait until I completed college to apply for the permanent residency. By the time I was almost done, my wife had already completed 6 months of work experience in Canada, and that allowed her to apply for the permanent residency for the family. So I can tell you, within the first 2 years, my PR was through the gate. I got it, the whole family. Now, the opportunity is here for everyone. You know, you just have to prove yourself. A lot of people come to Canada and they waste time and they pussyfoot around. Or they have terms here for it, which I cannot put on the video, but the information is out there. There are more details. Just send me a message on IG, Teacha, that's TEACHA_Jones. Send me a message on IG, and for any particular question, and I'll answer that. But the possibility is there for everyone. There are going to be a lot of security background checks. Canada is very detailed, so just bear that in mind. Alright, so that's it for today. I think about more detail, more information, I'll drop another video. Like, subscribe, and share.